Welcome back to Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. My name is HJ. What I got for you today is a brief session of Organized Screen, sped up for your pleasure. We change a couple of knights into paladins, and Belinda gets priested up, and we do items and sort by level. That's it for that. Today, before we head over to scene 19, I don't know if you guys caught episode 50, the worst episode ever, where I tried to get the second Pedra, but we attempt to do that again. And I really wanted to get that for some reason last night when I was playing, so that was the goal here. And as you can guess, in typical HJ fashion, it goes less than smooth, which is why I saved before. So rather than show you each individual long failed battle, I'm just going to give you the mini montage of how much I suck at this game. It's good times, I assure you. So here's the fails. And that one didn't go so well. He had 134 left. That really sucked. This one, I had to deal with paralysis the whole time, and I couldn't quite finish him in the end. He had 54. And then I ran across this run where I was able to get him down to 1, but then he kills me with 2 left. So I got that run, like, second, I think, and that gave me hope for actually being able to complete this, because if I can get on to 1, I should be able to get a run where I can kill him, right? So we go back again, and this run I had to deal with paralysis the whole time again, and I couldn't just snap out of it like everyone was paralyzed, if that's the correct pronunciation, so I straight up, like, gave up on that, reset it. And we tried it again, and we were able to get him close, but still nothing. So eventually, there were like 30 more of these two that are off camera, but eventually we were able to find the good run of it, so I guess to have the ultimate run, to have a shitty team to beat this, you have to not be paralyzed, not suffer from paralysis. And this run I was able to successfully avoid that to a certain extent. My beef was I wasn't strong enough to kill the leader up front there. So because of that, I had to waste an extra turn here killing her before I could move over to fight the beast in the back. So that's why I ran into some issues, but luckily on this particular run through, only half would suffered from paralysis, so HJ and the wizard were still able to get their attacks off every turn, even though Radiant Gale would come in every time. He would either recover right away or still be able to get attacks in. So I guess it's just a numbers game for me and how much I suck, but I was able to successfully avoid paralysis enough to manage to finally get the Pedra. So yeah, I avoided it there again, and I was able to sneak the last fireball in. So I guess paralysis only occurs X% of the time, and I was able to beat that percentage and win. So there you go, I beat the system, woohoo, extra Pedra. Here's a little cutscene for it. Wow, you're strong. Yes, I can trust you. I'm sure you can put his power to good use. And just like that, Pedra of Wind. So that is our third Pedra. And I don't know, I felt like it was necessary to get and show you, because it never hurts to have that extra beef when your guys' levels aren't high as you'd like them to be. So moving on to Dardunelles 2, Dardunelle Harder, with C19, the Setting Sun. No intro cutscene, just, hey, this is what we gotta do. Oh, cool story, Hugo. Let's see what's up. So, a couple of strongholds along the way, neutral one to the south, eventually get to the fort, blah blah blah, we've seen this before. The only difference is that this time there's legions, and there's an enemy legion there. We can win or lose based on our approach. We can avoid them since we don't know their plans, we can't do anything foolish. What should we do? Well, I think we should kill everything. I'm sure some aware that men can change classes, some can even become centurions. We've gained information on the use of leech to trust their vision, and they suck. So don't bother using them. It'll take some time to learn how much they suck. Don't use them. Can't stress that enough. You don't get the freedom of motion with individual units. You sacrifice that when you get a legion. So that's it. No intro cutscene. Let's do this. Alright, so yeah, we finally can use legions. Only certain classes can be legion commanders. I know HJ can. I don't really care who else can, because I'm not going to use them. I think it'd be dumb to use them, because they're just terrible. So, and you'll see why once I go fight these ones. So eventually we'll dispatch everyone and head out, but I don't know, for whatever reason, the game thinks you should do things a certain way, and I never do things the game's way because I'm my own person, and I think my way is always better, and it never is. But I'm actually right about this one. You can talk to anybody else who plays Ogre meta. Legions suck. Take my word for it. Going back and reviewing this in hindsight, yeah, there's Legion 1 there, right there in the east. And going back and viewing this in hindsight, my guys are actually starting to kick a lot of ass. It seemed like a lot of the paladins I upgraded got a lot of critical attacks, which are awesome, because that means it makes me not suck as less. And even though my main unit, HJ's unit, is level 18 all around, or at least it was before I started, the weakest are only 15 and 16, and the average level is like 16 and 17, so I don't think I'm doing too bad right now. I'd like to be a little bit stronger and a whole lot more chaotic, but such is life, I guess. And, of course, in typical terrible HJ fashion, we're running the Cockatrice unit, and I'm unable to do anything, and watch as my entire team gets petrified, basically. We Pedro taking one out, so it'll, like, leave us alone, but, still kind of got more than half my team petrified there, so I kind of panicked here, didn't really know what to do, so I quit gated back, and luckily the shop was there, so I bought revive stones to revive Asnabel's team, so he's not stuck being derpy with 2 guys that can attack out of 5. Very expensive to get petrified, and you think I would have learned that last time, and I would have come up with a good anti-Cockatrice unit, but I did not. Hindsight's always 20/20 for me, and you think I would have came up with a better plan for that, because I knew they were there. I knew I'd be running into them. I'm just like, well, you know, maybe I can take out the leader. No, didn't work. Didn't matter. So, I mean, luckily, they were kind of able to, I don't know, deflect them away, I guess. I don't really know what to say about that, but they're kind of not with the Legion right now. So, hopefully, you know, they were able to stay away. I think they ended up regrouping anyway. Yeah, they just shift to the other side, as you saw that in that little brief instant. But hey, that means they're not on the side I want to be at, so hopefully that means I can take care of other shit and take out some of the Legion. And the best way to deal with the Legion, it's difficult to get to it, but if you can eliminate the core of the Legion, like the leader, in this case the Centurion with all the midgets, yeah, for whatever reason, Legion core leader has to have a bunch of midgets. Like, that's all they can have in the core of the Legion. So, if you could take out the core, it disbands and they'll get confused. And you'll notice we're running into Legion 2 up top. And Legion 2 was a big pain in the dick because of this unit, because they had 3 healing characters in their unit. So, anytime I try and do something against that particular one, or this one with the 2, I would run into issues because, well, they would just heal each other back and forth, so the idea of dealing with these kind of guys is that you need to fully attack just one character on their side so they can't heal them before they die, and then just pick them off one by one. Okay, there's your example of the Legion leader, the Centurion. It's got great block defense, guard, whatever you want to call it. Like every other attack I do would get blocked, but I mean, once you kill them, it's just midget rampage, like, go ahead, full force, take out all the midgets, it's good times. And I think that's kind of where I ran into some of the issues with these goddamn cleric units. They would just get my way, heal each other up, and just piss me off in general. So, I had the brilliant idea to go attack the one unit that I had kind of half-killed with Belinda, and I went to go finish the rest of it off. And then I had the genius idea to go, oh, hey, you know, let's go south and help out with the first Legion. And I think that's where the whole episode just shifted into my favor. Because you'll notice, well, I think Eric's up top to deal with the remaining parts of Legion 2. Problem with that is, he's not good against the all-cleric unit, so I had to keep fighting and retreating and dealing with that crap. But eventually, we were able to send Belinda south to go help out with Legion 1. And the beauty of that is, once she went down there to go help out, it just completely shifted the way things were going, because she was able to actually get in and do some work. You'll see in a moment here, hopefully, how much work she actually does. And there were several times during this episode, too, where I had the option of using Pedras, but I didn't think the episode would stretch out long enough to where I would be able to build them back up again. So choosing strategic times in which to deploy them proved to be kind of a challenge. I mean, you know, I wanted to use them in certain times to help, you know, turn the tide of battle and win, so I could take out an enemy or a boss or something. Not a boss, but a leader. Same thing, I guess. But it was just like, you know, I don't know when to blow these. Like right here, you know, I think I ended up using one in this battle just to, like, help shift the tide in my favor, thinking I could kill somebody. And I did, but unfortunately, it didn't do enough work. Like, it didn't focus on one guy enough, so I was able to get somebody close. Like, leader got close, but not good enough, so Asnabel had the awesome task of attempting to take down the Legion by himself, at least for right now. And the problem is this unit has paladins in the back, and they would just heal each other back and forth, circle jerking like assholes. So, had to deal with that. That was good. But eventually, Belinda shows up, and she does work on the Legion Corps, and they were able to take down the Centurion. And because of that, the whole Legion disbands. You'll watch it here. Bam. They're all, like, not one anymore. They don't have the one above their heads. So, good times with that. This pretty much wraps up part 1. It's only going to be a 2-parter, so next time we will go through the remaining bulk of the battles, and we'll do our awesome ending cutscenes. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time on Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. HJ.